Okay, so how much do we make a month?
Hey guys, we're coming to you semi-live today. You'll see this video today, and because we're gonna talk about how we make money on the road, and I'm gonna show you at the end. I'll show you the one we've been using the most. We'll get to that one, and I'll show you what I've done since we've been here so far. And we are in Denver now. We're back in Denver. We got our Candace's doctor's appointment, all that taken care of in St. Joe, and we headed back here basically because this is one of the best areas closest to St. Joe where we can make the most money, pretty much. And it's cooler. We're up a little bit higher, and it's a little bit cooler. The humidity's a little better.
Out of the humidity.
So,
very nice.
Yeah. But before we get to the ones we actually have made money on and use, I'm going to tell you about a few that I know about in case you haven't seen them. Sorry, I kicked the camera.
He's done a lot of research on this stuff.
Yeah.
He's been kind of looking into it, well, for a couple years now. A lot of this stuff he's found recently.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, most of the ones that we've actually been using, I found recently. Besides the beet harvest, we are planning on going to the beet harvest. I am hired, I have an arrival date and all that, so we do plan on going to the beet harvest unless something happens or we can't or whatever, but we are scheduled to be there at the end of this month. So also there is Amazon. If you guys don't know, Amazon isn't just seasonal now like before Christmas. There is seasonal jobs for Amazon all over the country. They have these distribution centers, and they'll hire you part-time. They'll hire you for different seasons throughout the year, or just, you know, temporary. You know, if you're going to be in the area for a while, a month or so, it could work for you. But also there is Workers on Wheels. That's for RVers that you know, want to do seasonal jobs. There's Happy Vagabond. That one you can search by state, and it will show you all of the work camping jobs by state. And there's also workingcouples.com. Working Couples isn't just for RVers. Some of them don't have hookups, things like that. Some of them you get like an apartment or something. It's all different types of stuff. We haven't used any of those yet. There is Indeed. You can go to Indeed, and Indeed has a lot of seasonal jobs, things like that. You can find different things. I was actually hired for O'Reilly's in Trinidad, and I mean, we could have stayed there for the summer or whatever and worked, but the only option would have been an RV park, and it would have kind of defeated the purpose.
And we weren't really sure if we were going to be able to stay there the whole time anyway, so we didn't want to be, you know, somebody you hire and train for a few weeks
and then we have to leave.
So we didn't want to do that to him.
And she had doctor's appointments and stuff. We had to go all the way back to St. Joe. It's been scheduled and stuff, and she had to have her checkups.
So some of the things we have been doing make it easier to just do wherever you are in the moment.
Yes. Craigslist gigs. We have in the past got stuff off Craigslist gigs, but it's hit and miss. You know, some cities there's nothing ever. Some cities there's a ton of stuff, and you can pick something that you know how to do. You know, you can help people with all different kinds of stuff. And lately we've discovered a lot of apps. There are a lot of apps where you can make really good money, and you can use them while you travel. One I just found is called Tackle. It's T-A-K-L. That one I just found recently. I haven't signed up or anything, but that one you can do pretty much anything. Anything from, if you know how to work on cars, you can do auto mechanics, all the way down to cleaning houses, yard work. I mean, you name it, it's on there. So that one looks very promising. And another really good one is Handy. The Handy app is really cool. you can make some good money off the Handy app. There is really good money to be made. You know, one job, you schedule one job, it's normally about $75 for like 2-3 hours. If you know how to do things like electrical and stuff like that, you can make like $95 for 3 hours, and that's pretty good money. Where I come from, that's pretty good money.
So not all these apps are for everybody. I mean, not everybody's a handy type person that can do stuff like that. But
well, handy, you can also clean houses.
Yeah.
So you can be a cleaner on Handy.
And you get to pick what jobs you want to do. So
exactly.
There's that freedom, and that's kind of nice.
Well, the Handy app, you have to... The tricky part about it is you have to tell Handy when you get to a certain city, you have to change your area. If you don't change your area, you're not going to get jobs from that area, and they're only in certain cities. So if you're, you know, if you leave Denver and you're working in Denver, and say you go to Kansas City, then you have to email them, tell them you're in a different market, and then they have to change all your stuff. And I mean, it could take a day or two or longer. I don't really know yet. We haven't scheduled in different cities yet, because the one we've been using the most is called Postmates. Now, Postmates, you have to have some type of vehicle. Well, no, not in all markets you don't, actually. With Postmates, in different cities, like in Denver, you can deliver by any means that you want. All the way from a van, truck, car, motorcycle, scooter, bicycle, or walking. You can actually walk and deliver. I mean, you're probably not going to do a whole lot, but if you're like in downtown Denver, you know, and I mean, you might walk a couple miles or so. But the app actually, when you go in, you tell them what type of vehicle, and they will match you up with deliveries that you can do that match up with your type of vehicle. So people are going to know that you're walking. So it might be a little while, or food might be a little cold. I don't know. I do it with the bike, and it's really cheap. It doesn't cost me anything in gas. I have a trunk I put on the back. Everything stays warm. I get there really fast, and so far we've done pretty good off of it. And the thing about Postmates, anytime we get to a city that has Postmates, all I have to do is go online.
Just log on.
Yep. They know where I'm at, and they start sending me deliveries. Just, I mean, it's that quick.
Maybe we'll give you an update later and let you know if it's still going well, if it's still working for us.
Yeah.
And when we try it in a few more cities as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we've tried it in a few, and they are expanding very soon. They're expanding to over 100 more cities. And they keep linking up with different companies where, you know, when somebody orders something, it'll be ready when you get there. Because right now, most places, it's a lot of food delivery, and they have an account with 7-Eleven, and there's a lot of 7-Elevens in Denver. They're everywhere. But eventually, when I go to like a 7-Eleven, they'll have it, you know, bagged up, ready for me to go. I just have to scan my debit card. Yeah, they actually send you a debit card, and that debit card works for each purchase.
So that's a good safety thing. You're not carrying cash.
Yeah, I don't have to carry any cash. You don't have to deal with cash from people unless they want to give you a cash tip. You just link up a bank account or something, and that's how you get paid. They send it right into your account. Hopefully one of these helped somebody.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to show you how we actually travel and make cash. Here very soon, guys, we're going to do a limited run on Candace's rock art.
Yeah.
it's going to be for a very limited time. You will be able to purchase her rock art, and we will mail it to you. We're going to do it very soon while we're in an area where we know there's a post office closed and we can get them out and all that. We'll get into all of it in a future video very soon. We'll explain everything, how to do it and all that. But for now, it's almost lunchtime, and I am going to get the bike out and go to work.
Alright, so subscribe below if you have not.
Yep.
And leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought about this video, and if you have any ideas you want to share about different jobs that you've gotten over the road.
Yeah.
We'd definitely be interested. And also check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I post pictures and updated things on there more often.
Yeah.
So you can see where we're at.
Yep. and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, so I just parked here on the side of the road and I logged on to the app in an area where a lot of things were, and I already got a delivery. Okay, there we go. We're going to Chick-fil-A for a pickup. 2 stops, it says. This should be a pretty good one. I'm out of here.